Welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be talking about exercise putty to improve all types of combat performance. Now this is a very unique topic that I don't think you want to miss out on. Also, I'm including bonus material at the end of the video. Let's check it out. Exercise putty is a non-toxic flexible silicone rubber that can be used by anyone who wants to strengthen their hands and finger muscles, improve fine motor skills, and help decrease stress. It's also ideal for physical and occupational therapists, golfers, tennis players, musicians, weightlifters, and the elderly. It can be used to practice flexion, extension, pressing, pinching, and adduction movements. However, for our purposes, exercise putty will significantly strengthen your fingers and hands for both armed and unarmed combat. For example, it will improve punching skills, raising skills that has been featured in my Widowmaker program, improve handheld weapon applications such as firearms, knives, tactical canes and flashlights, kubatons, and all types of makeshift weapons, grappling and clinch fighting, and ground fighting and submission fighting. Most importantly, regularly training with exercise putty can reduce your chances of hand injuries by significantly improving the structural integrity of your fist when delivering blows. Most don't realize that you can control the level of resistance with the putty by how you squeeze or stretch it. For example, if you want less resistance when using it, squeeze it with slow and gradual force. But if you want greater resistance, squeeze or stretch it with fast and hard pressure. Now, one of the best brands out there is TheraPutty, which has been featured in some of my CFA videos. In fact, it has been used in my contemporary fighting arts system for well over 15 years. I liked it so much that I actually sold it on my website. TheraPutty is relatively inexpensive, costing about $12. It's available in 4 levels of resistance. They have the very soft one, which is light blue, soft medium, which is light green, medium firm, which is dark blue, and finally the hard, which is green, which is the one featured right here. This is the hard one. Now for combat applications, I strongly encourage you to use the hard resistance ones. I also like how it came in this really cool fist container, and it also came with a set of really helpful instructions. Now, believe it or not, the one I'm demonstrating for you right now is over 10 years old, and it still works perfectly with no signs of material breakdown or drying out. The company claims that it will last forever, and frankly, I believe them. Unfortunately, there's some bad news. TheraPutty has recently been discontinued. If you search the internet, you'll be hard-pressed to find it anywhere. Sadly, all good things must come to an end. Why, you might ask? Well, your guess is as good as mine. But I have some good news for you. There's a great alternative. TheraPutty sells for about $11 and it's available in 6 different color-coded resistance levels. The one I'm showing you here is the hardest one. It's black, extra firm. And just like TheraPutty, you can do the exact same thing with TheraPutty. I'll put a link to the product in the description down below if you want to check it out. So now there's no excuses for you not to train your fingers and hands for the rigors of combat. Let me know if you regularly use hand putty in your training regimen and what you've experienced with it. Also, give me some feedback and leave a comment down below if you'd like me to do an instructional video on the best ways to use hand putty for combat training. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next video.
A very good piece of equipment that you can use to strengthen your fingers, your hands, and your wrists, which will enhance your overall raising skill, is TheraPutty. TheraPutty is available through various trade magazines, and of course, we sell it. You can get it from our website. Essentially, what TheraPutty is putty, and there are different types. They have soft, medium, medium hard, and hard. Green is hard, and we use the hard one. What you're going to do is you're going to strengthen fingers. You're also going to be strengthening the hand and also the wrist by manipulating this putty. What's so great about it is you could use it during idle times, i.e. you're watching TV, you're in your car stuck in traffic, and you could develop the strengthening of the fingers, the hands, and the grip. Let's say, for example, we're working on our raking when we're raising. What you would do is you would put the putty in the hand and you would drive the fingers in just like you'd be raking the eyes. Notice how I rotate the putty and I drive it in. I know what you're saying to yourself at home, Jesus Christ, we paid for this video or DVD and he's showing us how to squeeze Play-Doh. It's not the case. All of this is going to have a tremendous effect on your ability to use raising skills. Again, it's the little things that make the overall difference in the fight. So these little things like working on something like this, like Power Putty, will make a substantial difference in your ability to have brutal raising skills. So again, we're back, we're working on our raking. So we're raking in, we're raking in, we're raking in. Let's say I wanted to work on gouging, the thumb gouge. I would roll it and drive the thumb in. Rotate a little bit, drive the thumb in. And again, you could do as many reps as you can handle. Usually the next day your hands are going to be extremely sore and your fingers will be extremely sore. So there's your thumb gouge. If you want to work on compression skills, if you're going to compress the throat, what you would do is hold the putty between the 4 fingers and you would squeeze in. And just rotate it, squeeze in, squeeze in. It looks easy, but I assure you it's not. This Power Putty, the green stuff, is extremely hard. And we squeeze in, we squeeze in. The key is, folks, is that you want to have strong fingers, hands, wrists, and forearms. Forearms are very important for brutal raising skills. And that's why in our War Machine program, I am such a strong advocate of wrist curls, or reverse and forward, because you want to strengthen your flexors and you want to strengthen your extensors. All of these play an important role in the outcome of your raising skills. So Power Putty, really effective tool. It's a training tool. It's very inexpensive, and you can use it during idle times. And again, it'll help strengthen your fingers, your hands, and your wrists, which will allow you to obliterate the enemy in a life and death self-defense situation. So there's your Power Putty.